Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Right now at 10, a school board in one Connecticut town makes a decision in a controversy about LGBTQ plus flags in classrooms. We'll tell you what was just decided tonight.
Also ahead, breaking news tonight as Deep is responding to a chemical spill at Hartford Hospital. We'll explain what happened.
And more late night sights and sounds like this for neighbors in one town in our state. Find out what's being done about these loud, screeching cars. But first, here on Fox 61 tonight, controversy in one Connecticut town over pride flags in the classroom. Good evening, I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Thanks for joining us. Some parents in Stonington raising concerns over those flags, saying they violate the district's policy of not displaying political symbols, but others said they aren't political at all. And tonight, a special school board meeting was held about it. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Stonington to tell us what happened. Brooke.
Stonington Superintendent Mary Ann Butler says that these flags are simply a sign of inclusivity. They are not a political statement made by their teachers. Stonington parents, students, and teachers spoke at the special meeting tonight, saying pride flags in their classrooms symbolize love, not political beliefs.
We sometimes just don't realize how simple little tiny things can matter to young people.
The rights of students should take precedence over the complaints of parents.
Superintendent Mary Ann Butler says 6 complaints about pride flags were made, causing the board to review the policy with their lawyers. She made the recommendation tonight to keep flags in the classroom, followed by the board's unanimous agreement.
Plainly, existing policies do not apply to pride flags. These flags are statements of diversity, equity, and inclusion that cross party lines and are not partisan.
One former Stonington High School student tells us he was bullied at school.
It was a horrible first year of high school. I was bullied, I was slurred at. The people around me were not supportive at all, and to me, it felt like they wanted me dead.
And he hopes this vote means other students will now feel safe.
I thought it was most important to show the young people of the school that there is a community for them of people like themselves that have gone through the same things and can support them through whatever it is that they're struggling through.
One woman says she believes the flag is political and does not want it displayed in schools.
A public classroom must remain neutral and a safe learning environment for all students. It may not be the appropriate place to display personal viewpoints.
The new policy says the district must work to be inclusive and free of bullying against sexual orientation. Teachers have the option on whether or not they want to put a pride flag in their rooms, but it is not required. And the district is expected to give a report on how the implementation of this new policy is going at their next upcoming board meeting. Live in Stonington, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
All right, Brooke, thank you. Monday night here, gloomy night out there, but it was warm, which was kind of weird.
Very balmy out there. Let's get a first check of our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rachel.
Hi, yeah, we have one more soggy and foggy day before the sunshine returns in full force on Thursday. But I agree, it was kind of weird. You got the fog out there, the clouds, the showers. You didn't expect it to feel humid and even warm like it was today. We have areas of patchy, dense fog out there tonight. You'll see quarter-mile visibility for Chester, for Oxford Airport, and also for Monroe. And I think we'll continue to see that overnight and into tomorrow morning, just like we did last night into this morning. Temperatures are still above the average high temperature for this time of year, and it's 10 o'clock at night, numbers in the mid-60s. And there's areas of patchy light rain and mist. You'll see some around New Hartford up through Heartland, also in eastern Connecticut around Brookland. And if we widen out the picture, see all of these clouds to the south, there's likely some showers and downpours in there as well, and those are heading towards Connecticut. So tomorrow morning we'll see another area of showers kind of redeveloping and blossoming, the chance for some locally heavier downpours in there as well. And as we head through the afternoon, just a few lingering scattered showers, but I don't think as wet as the morning will be, with a drying trend as we head towards the end of the day and into the evening. Again, it will be a mild afternoon with temperatures climbing into the upper 60s, and then we finally dry out, this time for good, heading into tomorrow night around this time. We'll talk about a sunny, dry stretch that follows and a look ahead to the weekend coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. We're following breaking news tonight as DEEP is responding to a chemical spill that happened at Hartford Hospital. DEEP says a fire suppression system malfunctioned on the hospital's helipad. That caused foam, which contains chemicals known as PFAS, to leak inside parts of the building and hospital parking lot. The hospital's open, treating patients normally tonight, while the helipad and parking lot have reopened. DEEP is expected to continue cleanup at the hospital come tomorrow.
Well, also breaking tonight in Hartford, 2 teens are injured in a shooting on Enfield Street. Officers say they found a 15-year-old boy with a gunshot wound just after 6 this evening. Just before 9 tonight, another boy who's 16 arrived at Connecticut Children's Medical Center with a gunshot wound. We're told both teens' injuries are not life-threatening. Stay with Fox 61 for updates on the investigation on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app.
New at 10 tonight, 3 people are dead tonight after a minivan and pickup truck crashed just over the Massachusetts border in the Berkshires. Connecticut State Police say troopers helped respond to the crash on Route 7 in Sheffield, Massachusetts, just before 6 o'clock this morning. These photos from the Berkshire Eagle newspaper show the aftermath of that crash. Route 7 was closed for about 8 hours at the state line in North Canaan.
Well, new at 10, a Stratford man was arrested accused of killing a Bridgeport man earlier this month. Bridgeport police say 38-year-old Joseph DeJesus is facing 6 charges, including murder. Back on October 8th, 29-year-old Dominic Jones was shot and killed downtown near the intersection of Fairfield Avenue and Broad Street. 2 other people were also shot. They've been released from the hospital. DeJesus is being held on $2 million bond and is due in court tomorrow. And new at 10, Interstate 395 North in Killingly was shut down for several hours this evening after a crash between exits 38 and 41. State police say it happened just after 4:30 this afternoon. Serious injuries were reported, but it's unclear how many people were hurt. Traffic going north on 395 was redirected at exit 38 as investigators were on the scene. And in a Fox 61 follow-up tonight, more concerns in one Connecticut town about cars screeching their tires and doing donuts late at night.
It happened again in Wethersfield as people along the Stonington highway say that they heard and saw it all happen in a shopping center parking lot Saturday night. Fox 61's Tony Black joining us live in studio tonight after speaking with upset neighbors in Wethersfield. Tony.
Yeah, Ben and Jen, it was close to midnight Saturday when neighbors at Mill Street and Silas Deane Highway in Wethersfield hit record on their phones, capturing cars doing donuts in the parking lot. But when police showed up, all the cars and the bystanders left. Some Wethersfield neighbors thought it was gunshots, loud bangs coming from car exhaust pipes as they spin out in a parking lot. Neighbors saw dozens of cars taking turns doing donuts Saturday night at the intersection of Mill Street and Silas Deane Highway in Wethersfield. Smoke filled the air and tires screeched.
I don't know what kind of people would roll up to a Walgreens Marshall's parking lot and do donuts.
Logan Zhang lives across the street. He says it was surprising to hear and see what happened in the parking lot where tire marks are etched onto the newly paved cement. Police showed up, the cars drove away, and the bystanders ran. A firework exploded in the parking lot. We showed Carol Freitas the videos.
Oh wow, I think they're very daring to do something such in a public area, and absolutely there's a safety issue.
The Glastonbury resident says it's a safety issue for those involved, but also those simply coming to shop at the center.
Believe it or not, it makes me feel angry, because they're putting lives at risk.
A similar incident upset Wethersfield residents a month ago as cars were seen doing donuts underneath the highway overpass late at night. Police say dozens of vehicles and about 100 people blocked the intersection, only about 3 miles away from where Saturday's event occurred. Freitas says the reckless incidents are a concern for her on the road.
It's absolutely a safety issue, and you see this. It's becoming very common, believe it or not, because you're seeing people racing on the highway and traffic, and it's like they have an adrenaline for doing this, but it makes me fear every day if I'm going to get into a car accident.
Now, that neighbor who lived across the street says he's concerned those drivers will come back and do it again. And they say more problems in Wethersfield. Now, police have not made any arrests in connection with this because they say that the cars did disperse when they got there. In the studio, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
Tony, thank you. New at 10 tonight, a man and 3 teens are facing charges in Waterbury tonight after they're accused of taking an elderly woman's purse and driving off in a stolen SUV. 21-year-old Irvin Barr of Waterbury two boys who are 17 and 15 years old, and a 15-year-old girl are all facing charges tonight. Officers say that the woman told them that a man stole her purse in the parking lot of the Walmart on Wolcott Street just after 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Officers eventually found the SUV on Thomaston Avenue. The four suspects were caught when they were trying to run away, and one teen was also found with a stolen handgun from Pennsylvania.
And new at 10, a Winstead teen is accused of stabbing a parent with a small pocket knife. Winchester police say it happened on Pratt Street around 10:30 last night. The parent was taken to Waterbury Hospital, we're told, and is expected to survive the injuries. The 15-year-old was arrested and is facing 2 charges, including first-degree assault. And also new at 10, 4 kids in Portland are recovering tonight after their bus crashed on the way to school. Portland superintendent says an oncoming car hit the back of the bus near the intersection of William and Main Streets around 8:30 this morning. We're told a Portland parent and a student are believed to have been in that car. Students from Valley View Elementary and Brownstone Intermediate schools were on the bus. The 4 injured students were treated at the crash scene and released to their parents.
All right, that was a lot of news, but we're